Hello guys, welcome to my channel. The less is more. So today we are going to discuss text and context, not editorial but this format of the Hindu, that is text and context, and it is about the recent news, not just recent but for last 10 to 15 days of news. The submarine was submerged and blast under the sea water, right? So it is all about that, how it happened. Okay, so let's start the text and context itself. The title of the format is The Titan Tragedy. How did the Titanic tourist submersible operate? The story so far. Okay, for before that there are some questions. What happened to the submersible? Who were the crew members of the fatal expedition? What should people know about the design of the Titan submersible? How was it maintained? Did it follow the UNESCO guidelines for the preservation of underwater World Heritage Sites? On June 18, a submersible named Titan went missing. On board the missing vehicle were one pilot and 4 crew members traveling to see the wreckage of the RMS Titanic, which is nearly 4,000 meters underwater in the frigid North Atlantic Ocean. 1 hour and 45 minutes into the journey, contact with Titan was lost. The US, Canadian and French authorities started using airplanes and boats as well as remotely operated vehicles to locate the sub. On June 22, authorities informed that all 5 passengers of Titan died in a catastrophic implosion. Titan's pilot was Stockton Russ, CEO of OceanGate Inc., the company that runs these tours to the sunken ship. What is the Titan submersible? Titan is a submersible or an underwater vehicle. It is operated by the privately owned US company OceanGate that organizes underwater expeditions for both research and tourism. The company claims that Titan, which it said was built with off-the-shelf components, is lighter and more cost efficient than other deep diving submersibles. The 6.7 meter long manned submersible is intended for site survey and inspection, research and data collection, film and media production, and deep sea testing of hardware and software. According to the OceanGate website, the company said its expeditions were meant to document the Titanic and its rate of decay on the ocean floor, and that all expeditions were in line with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration guidelines for research, exploration and salvage of RMS Titanic, as well as the UNESCO guidelines for the preservation of underwater World Heritage Sites. What do these guidelines say? It is important to remember that the wreckage of the Titanic is a grave site where victims experience unimaginable horror and suffering in their final hours. For this reason, international guidelines are in place to protect the now rust-covered wreckage which is scattered across the ocean bed, as well as the visitors who wish to see it. The UNESCO guidelines stress on the long-term preservation of underwater cultural heritage and the need to protect the surrounding waters by ensuring responsible non-intrusive access. The NOAA guidelines are similar and insist that Recovered material and artifacts must be managed as per professional standards. In other words, taking souvenirs from the wreckage site is strongly discouraged. What is the difference between a submarine and a submersible? While the two categories can overlap, a submarine refers to an underwater vehicle that is largely independent and has power reserves to help it depart from a port or come back to the port after an expedition. Meanwhile, a submersible is generally smaller in size and has less power, so it needs to work with a ship in order to be launched and recovered. Titan was working with a vessel named Polar Prince. What happened to Titan? The 5 people on Titan submersible traveling to see the wreckage of the Titanic at depth of 3,800 meters were OceanGate CEO Stockton Russ, billionaire Ramesh Harding, businessman Shahzada Daud and his university-going son Suleiman Daud, and Titanic researchers Paul Henry Nargeolet. The cost of the tour is reportedly $250,000 per person. The Titanic tour takes place about 380 nautical miles south of the Newfoundland, close to where the British passenger liner RMS Titanic sank on 15 April 1912 after colliding with an iceberg. Over 1,500 people died in the tragedy. On June 2022, OceanGate said the 5 crew members had sadly been lost. The US Coast Guard said in a press conference that a field of debris with fragments of Titan was found, indicating that the submersible had suffered a catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber, which killed all on board. OceanGate said it had conducted successful expedition to Titanic in 21 and 22. How was the submersible operated? Titan is made of carbon fiber and titanium and weighs 10,432 kilograms according to OceanGate's website. It is capable of going 4,000 meters undersea and moves as fast as 3 knots per hour. Based on images from the company website, there is a space for 5 crew members to sit on the floor, though not stand, while there is a small porthole window at one end. Below 1,000 meters, no sunlight reaches the ocean, so the submersible would have to rely on its own lighting. The submersible is dependent on external crew members as it is bolted from the outside. Titan also has an integrated launch and recovery platform. In 2022 video interview with BBC, OceanGate CEO Rush said that Titan had only one button inside and that the submersible was run with a Sony PlayStation style controller made by Logitech. The company has explained that off-the-shelf technology helps make it easier to replace parts. While it may sound strange that a submersible on such a high-risk expedition was operated with a gaming style controller, the fact is that such devices are also used by some drone operators, Navy personnel and robot operators. Game controllers are cheap, easy to buy in bulk, designed to be intuitive and respond quickly to the user's hand movement. Before the expedition, OceanGate said in a tweet and that it was relying on satellite-based internet from the Elon Musk founded company SpaceX Starlink for communication from the middle of the ocean throughout the Titanic expedition. Mr. Musk is yet to formally address the situation or issue a statement. Has Titan had problems before? Titan has experienced problems in the past. CBS Sunday Morning correspondent David Pogue claimed that this week that the submersible got lost for a few hours when he was part of an expedition last year as a journalist. Though he was on the ship and not the submersible at the time, Mr. Pogue tweeted on June 19 that the company could text Titan that day but did not know where the submersible was. Mr. Pogue added that the internet was shut off to stop those on the surface from tweeting, though he did not report these on the show at that time. He also claimed the submersible did not have a beacon that could be detected by rescuers. According to the CBS Sunday morning video report that this news organization shared, the surface ship was supposed to lead Titan to Titanic's wreckage, but communication broke down and they did not reach their destination that day. In 2018, OceanGate fired its employee David Lockridge and sued him after he filed a whistleblower complaint with the Occupational Safety and Health Administration over the safety of the Titan submersible, CBS reported. Mr. Lockridge allegedly pushed for better testing of the submersible's hull before sending it down for dives. According to Mr. Lockridge's court filing from August 2018, he learned that the viewport at the forward of the submersible was only built to a certified pressure that is felt at 1300 meters. Although OceanGate intended to take passengers down to depth of 4000 meters. His other concerns included the experimental design, a lack of comprehensive hull testing, and the use of hazardous flammable materials inside the submersible as per the filings. The submersible has ignited worldwide debate about the ethics of dark tourism and the need to regulate technological innovation in high-risk sectors. Ethics of dark tourism and need to regulate technological innovation in high-risk sector. So this was for today, guys. We have seen the what is this Titan submersible. Okay, what is the difference between submarine and submersible? Submarine is a single vehicle that depart from the port and come back to port, while submersible is attached to a ship on the surface of the water. Okay, and through the link or the cable it goes into the underwater. What happened to Titan? We have seen. How was the submersible operated? And has the Titan had problems before? Yes, it had some problems before as well. Okay, so this is not the first time that they have faced such kind of challenge, but even in the past they have such kind of challenge, but due to the lack of the focus on such problem or the troubleshooting of that problem, the company again had encountered the problem and it took almost 5 lives of the billionaire. Okay, so this is a kind of tragedy that marked the historical importance. Okay, so this was for today, guys. I hope you would be understanding, and please do comment in the comment section the new words that you encountered in today's editorial. Okay, and even you can also write summary in 50 words if you would like to, else I would recommend you to write at least 5 new words for your vocabulary improving. Okay, so this was for today, guys. Till then, bye bye, signing off for the day.